All right, everyone. Happy Monday. Erica Kirk. Honestly, she truly is the moment. That speech she delivered left everyone completely amazed. Okay, let's get started without any formal intro. There's a lot I need to go over with you, and I can't wait to hear your reactions. Too many falsehoods are being spread, half-truths, distorted stories, or outright fabrications. And frankly, I can't see why. First of all, let me be clear. Last week wasn't some strange dream. My friend Charlie Kirk is gone. He was executed, openly in front of the world. Yes, Charlie Kirk was publicly executed. Now Candace Owens has unleashed a claim so explosive it has shaken the political sphere to its core. For days, the public saw Charlie's wife as a devastated widow, the very image of heartbreaking loss. But now Candace is fueling a storm of backlash online, suggesting the entire narrative has been staged. She's not just doubting the official account. She's pointing directly at the person closest to him, accusing her of the deepest kind of betrayal. The theory now spreading like wildfire across social platforms isn't about an unknown assassin lurking in the crowd. It's about something darker within his own home. Insiders are murmuring about strange inconsistencies, questionable timing, and motives tied to secrets from his private life. Candace is openly challenging the wife's story, sparking suspicions that the treachery might have come from inside Kirk's trusted circle. This is no longer just about a killing. It's become a tale of possible deceit, where the grieving spouse is no longer viewed only as a victim, but also as a suspect. Guys, I'm telling you, this is wild. So buckle up as we dig into the latest fallout of this shocking saga and tackle the burning question. Was Charlie Kirk's death a political execution or something far more personal? That young man on the cross, our Savior once said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." That man, that young man, I forgive him. The aftermath of Charlie Kirk's tragic death has been staggering. Social media wars have erupted, people have lost their jobs, and even students have been suspended over posts about the shooting. But this latest twist is without doubt the most shocking chapter so far. Word on the street is, even though authorities already have someone in custody, another name is suddenly surfacing, one nobody ever thought possible: Charlie's own wife. The same woman the world imagined as shattered, inconsolable, and broken by grief is now quietly being whispered about as a suspect. The idea is chilling, that she might not only be mourning, but possibly complicit. And the moment that rumor caught fire, the internet went into absolute chaos. When Candace Owens got wind of it, she completely erupted. On September 18th, Candace set social media ablaze with an Instagram story that could easily be her most explosive yet. In her post, Candace Owens openly accused the FBI of actively concealing crucial details surrounding Charlie Kirk's shocking death. According to her, there's simply no other explanation. Kirk's killing could only have been a federal cover-up. But she didn't stop there. Owens dove headfirst into speculation, casting herself almost as a citizen investigator. She called on her millions of followers to send in tips, even asking if anyone had personally witnessed suspicious behavior. Soon after, she claimed that students from Utah Valley University had sent her a photo of someone they believed was linked to the shooting. Then came the strangest twist yet. Owens latched onto a theory circulating on X, one so sensational it instantly divided the internet. Allegedly, a private jet departed Porvoo just an hour after Kirk was shot. Even more suspicious, the plane reportedly turned off its ADS-B transponder midway through the flight, an illegal move that aviation experts say is extremely rare. The post implied that the jet's disappearance from radar wasn't random at all, but possibly connected to the shooter's getaway. Owens amplified the claim on Instagram and X, declaring, "Planes are never supposed to shut off their radar." To strengthen her point, she shared what she said was a response from an aviation insider confirming the aircraft had broken normal protocols. The result was chaos. Supporters praised Owens for exposing what mainstream outlets wouldn't cover, while critics accused her of fueling baseless conspiracies and exploiting Kirk's death for attention. Now the story took an even stranger turn. Word began to circulate that investigators were quietly looking at Erica Kirk, Charlie's wife, as a possible person of interest. Why? Her behavior since the shooting has raised eyebrows. First, Erica suddenly went silent on social media, something completely out of character. Then came a stiff, almost mechanical public statement in which she spoke about the tragedy, but offered little personal reflection on her husband's life or legacy. For many, it didn't sound like grief. It sounded like detachment. As rumors of the couple's financial troubles and heated arguments surfaced, speculation exploded. Was Erica more than just a grieving widow? Could she have been involved? Owens, meanwhile, decided to crank the theory up to full volume. In her own online words, she wrote, "I've spent hours piecing together the timeline of Charlie Kirk's death, and I'm now fully convinced this is a federal conspiracy." There is no other explanation. They're lying about Charlie Kirk's assassination. Owens offered no hard evidence for her claims, but that didn't stop them from ricocheting across the internet. The irony was glaring. She and Kirk had once been inseparable political allies. After joining Turning Point USA in 2017, she often described him as like a brother. But by late 2023, the partnership had frayed, especially after her outspoken criticism of Israel during the Gaza conflict. The rift rippled through conservative circles and led to her exit from the Daily Wire in March 2024. Now, less than a year later, Owens has placed herself at the center of the decade's biggest political murder conspiracy, not only questioning the government's role, but also pointing fingers at those closest to Kirk himself. And just when it seemed the saga couldn't grow messier, it did. Charlie Kirk's funeral, expected to be a solemn, unifying event, became a flashpoint of controversy. On Sunday, thousands filled State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, where high-profile names like Tucker Carlson and Erica Kirk gave emotional tributes. But Candace Owens was conspicuously absent. Later on X, she admitted she hadn't attended. Instead, she posted a cryptic update that only deepened the intrigue. "Attended Mass, took my kids to see Light of the World in theaters. Came home, made dinner, heard Tucker share the story of Jesus Christ, followed by Erica Kirk's stunning example of what the love of Christ truly is. Today was perfect." It didn't escape notice that Owens was watching from home rather than sitting in the front row. Days earlier on her podcast, she revealed she hadn't even been invited, alleging that Erica Kirk and Turning Point USA donors had deliberately excluded her. The optics were brutal. Owens, who once described Charlie as being like a brother, now found herself on the outside, left watching tributes to her former allies from a distance. Adding fuel to the fire, she even made light of her absence. There's a 0% chance. First of all, why are you saying anyone can just show up? You buy a ticket? Nope. Honestly, while I'm going after the feds, maybe staying away from a public event they're organizing is the smarter choice. I'm fine. I'll listen to Power on my headphones and go see ya. Instead of mourning, the online conversation shifted yet again, this time centering on Owens' feud with Erica Kirk. To some, Owens appeared as a truth-teller pushed out by the establishment. To others, she looked like someone turning a funeral into yet another stage for her conspiracy-driven brand. Meanwhile, according to multiple reports, Charlie's parents have grown increasingly skeptical of Erica's innocence, especially after her falling out with Candace. Sources say they've even cut off direct communication with their daughter-in-law, choosing to deal with her only through intermediaries. On the flip side, some of Erica's relatives have spoken out in her defense, arguing she is being unfairly vilified by both the media and online conspiracy chatter. They insist her quiet public demeanor and sudden disappearance from social media reflect grief, not guilt. Even Charlie's pastor, Rob McCoy, stepped in, publicly rebuking Candace Owens for stoking conspiracies in the wake of his death. McCoy, who co-chairs the faith division of Turning Point USA, struck a pointed but sorrowful tone. "Charlie was a friend to Candace and never spoke poorly of her, even when they disagreed," he wrote. "He didn't spread gossip or innuendo about her. I only wish, in this heartbreaking moment, she could be the kind of friend to him that he was to her. Had this tragedy ever been hers, Charlie would never have treated Candace or her family this way. The rebuke hit hard, coming from a figure inside Kirk's trusted circle, and from a pastor, no less. It reframed Owens not as a brave truth seeker, but as someone exploiting grief for attention. Still, Owens was unmoved. Doubling down, she shifted her claims, now suggesting that Kirk was targeted for his political views, particularly his harsh criticism of U.S. foreign policy and the war in Gaza. On X, she warned, "Be very wary and suspicious of anyone telling us to stop asking questions about the Charlie Kirk assassination." Then came a major escalation. On her podcast, Owens alleged that billionaire hedge fund manager Bill Ammon had personally threatened Charlie during a tense intervention in the Hamptons only weeks before his death. Bill Ammon was furious and threats were made, that's what I was told. "And I'll gladly let Bill Ammon dispute this narrative," she said. The backlash was immediate. Both Ammon and Andrew Colvett, executive producer of The Charlie Kirk Show, issued firm denials, blasting Owens' claims as baseless and inflammatory. But by then, the damage was already done. Owens' theories had gone mainstream, appearing not just in conservative outlets but also in major press coverage, which now questioned whether she was dismantling Kirk's legacy rather than protecting it. The widening rift has left the Kirk family in turmoil. A house divided between suspicion and loyalty. But the most destabilizing factor remains Candace Owens herself. Her non-stop speculation, fueled by conspiracy theories and talk of hidden agendas, has only deepened the cracks within the family. Insiders describe heated clashes between relatives, some urging Erica to confront Owens publicly, while others insist that would only worsen the circus. The result is a family unraveling in full public view, caught in a storm where grief, mistrust, and outside interference collide. So what do you make of this chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to check out our other videos to stay updated with the latest twists. Till next time, bye.